Welcome to the Loyolan Executive Editorial Board Roundtable for April 26, 2012. I'm Kevin O'Keefe, Managing Editor. I'm here today with Managing Editor Michael Goldschall and Human Resources Coordinator, Assistant News Editor Bridget Scomas. Today we'll be talking about the Loyolan 2011-2012 in review. How did we do this year? How can we improve? Michael, I'll talk to you first. What were your general reactions? How do you think we did this year?
Honestly, I really feel that in a lot of ways that we surpassed my expectations coming into this year. I thought, we did a really incredible job with I think the website is the thing that stands out to me the most. We came in really with not like a ton of concrete views of like how we wanted to improve it, and by March we had won an award for one of the best college newspaper websites. And that really stood out to me, just showed like how much work we've put into it and how much time, and I think we've really come a long way. So that, and then also just the staff itself, every year we recruit new members, and just seeing that the progress that everyone's made, even for the people who've been here for a year or two, just the how much they've grown into new roles, different roles, and like just expanding what they they can do. I think it's been really amazing to see.
Bridget?
Yeah, I agree with Michael. I feel like the web has been one of the biggest improvements that the Loyolan has had this year, and we have put blogs on the web, which I feel like is very important, and just increasing our readership to the web has been a really key component of the Loyolan this year. And I also feel like we have done a really good job of keeping things relevant and unique. We focused a lot on the centennial year and made sure that was covered, which was really important and is a big part of the newspaper this year. And also promoting more features and kind of getting the voice of the students out there and different really unique faculty members. So I feel like besides just covering the typical news stories or sports games, we started to incorporate more of unique stories from people around LMU.
Now, while we may think we've done a great job, honestly, what matters most is what the students thought. So how do you guys feel we've impacted the campus this year, be it the articles or even generally?
Yeah. Honestly, as a news organization, you can't sweat whether people are going to agree with you or not. Your job is to report the news and report the facts, and I think we've done, a great job at doing that. And on top of that, too, I really feel like, certain people, might have disagreed with us in certain things that we've done this year, in certain ways we've the certain stories that we've ran. I think every year, the fact that we are a college newspaper, people are going to be talking about what we write, and I think we've been really accurate, and as you were saying before, relevant with what we're covering, from everything from on-campus performances to, really being the voice for students too, when the parking fees were raised, really taking a stance and trying to represent the students' voice. So I think that's really how we've impacted the quote-unquote water cooler conversations among students and the rest of the LMU community is, really just, trying to represent their voice in the greatest way possible, and I think we're doing a really good job with that.
Yeah, and I agree. It's hard to reach out to college students. They're so busy, and they need a source to go to because they may not see all the flyers around campus or check all their emails. So it's really important to have that bi-weekly paper that they can always, grab. And I love seeing the bins, empty, and then you realize that, okay, we are voicing, the students' opinions and concerns, and I feel like that's really important. And stories, like you were asking about, like particular articles that stood out or that kind of got a lot of reaction. And I feel like the parking incident really got students speaking, and so that's cool that we, laid out the plan and just let them know what was going on, and then we got a lot of feedback with that. And also covering the basketball team, they did a great job this year, and our sports section did a really good job, showcasing them and really cool features, and everyone related to that and got into that, so we did a good job with that.
Personally, I thought Kelsey Corley Pinkles definitely hit the campus the hardest.
I mean, would she finish with 11 comments on that website?
Exactly. Definitely generated some water cooler conversation.
That's actually I think Loyolan.com record. I don't think
yeah.
Story.
What are you guys' goals going into next year?
I have one goal.
Which is?
My one goal for next year is in every single class that I have next year, I want the person in front of me who's on their computer to be at Loyolan.com once during the semester. At least once. I want to see that. I feel like, we're really making the efforts, and I really want to see the recognition paying off.
Bridget?
Yeah, I was actually going to say the exact same thing. The web and doing more reaching out to students and getting their individual stories or even faculty, because I feel like I said before, we do a really good job of presenting events that happen consistently, because we have that schedule, we know it, we present it, students know. But what I think is really interesting are those little hidden gems on our campus that students and faculty relate to and really enjoy reading about. So I'd like to do more digging in and representing the school in a unique way.
Well, that's all the time we have today. For Michael, for Bridget, and myself, thank you guys for tuning in. For more of all of this, make sure to check out LALoyolan.com. Check newsstands next week for our special commencement issue, where we'll lay down the top stories of the year, top headlines of the year, and do even more retrospective. For all of us here, thank you so much. Have a good night.